man dislikes his wife after 1 year of marriage just because he sleeps in the morning. His husband only makes breakfast for one. He complained all morning when he didn't tidy up the sink after washing up, after cleaning up and getting ready for work, after looking at his wife, who could fall asleep while brushing her teeth. All Jack could think about was divorce. Although this thought is getting stronger and stronger. But after a year of marriage, he couldn't explain to his family, not to mention the fact that they loved his slovenly wife. Jack had no choice but to put up with it. But it was only because of a small incident that the marriage was put on the rocks. The company was holding a reunion, but Jack said he wanted to save his stomach to go home and taste the pastries sent from abroad. But when he arrived at the door, he found a pile of shoes lying around. He had no choice but to organize his shoes before entering the house. He was surprised to see his favorite pastries being swept away by his wife Anna's friends. He was furious and slammed the door without saying goodbye. This was very embarrassing for Anna. In the evening, a heated argument broke out between them. Jack's argument that marriage was a bad choice was echoed by a furious Anna. So the next day Jack drew up divorce papers. Anna, who was already angry, kept making mistakes to avoid signing the papers. She made mistakes on every page until the printer went on strike. Jack had no choice but to give up. Although the divorce didn't work, it made Jack's attitude worse. Not only did they sleep in separate beds at night, but he always wanted to argue with Anna. But Anna thought her husband's attitude was just a teething problem. So she thought of a couple of tenants who had been married for 7 years and were still in love. So she approached her with the idea of learning from her marriage experience. The woman said her secret was to keep her husband fresh by wearing makeup regularly. Inspired, Anna put on a beautiful makeup that night, expecting a compliment from Jack. She was ignored all night, but when she was disappointed, she accidentally knocked over a glass at the table. Jack hurried to clean up the mess with a rag and complained at the same time. That's when he finally noticed the change in her face. After receiving such a comment from her husband, Anna angrily washed off her makeup. And sat in the doorway. Sadly, at that moment, she probably realized that Jack didn't care about her anymore. The next day, Jack, who worked at the property, was scolded and had a cup of coffee thrown on him for failing to deal with the owner's problem in a timely manner. He had no choice but to find a place to change his clothes, but he accidentally saw his first love from college, and when he saw the stains on Jack's body, he thoughtfully brought him a shirt. When Jack went in to change his clothes, first love heard a scream in the locker room. When she saw the burns on his back, she carefully rubbed him with medicine. Unexpectedly, this action made Jack start to think about her, and then in the evening, he took the initiative to ask her out for coffee and talked for a few hours. When he came out, it was raining heavily. Then he realized that Anna had sent him a message and rushed back to the house, but mainly because he was worried that the flowers on the balcony would be blown away by the wind. But when he got home, he saw the TV was on and the lights were on, so he ran to his room and got mad at Anna. And this time, no matter what Jack said, Anna just said she was sorry. The next day, he saw Anna looking so sad. Jack not only did not care about it, but even went to see his first love after work at night. But he never realized that his first love was also a family man, so he could only have a few awkward conversations, and then returned home with an unusual loss. And waiting for him at home was Anna's already packed luggage and signed the agreement.